Here's a breakdown on how each workout affected me physically and mentally throughout the week, including any progress, difficulties, and modification I made. So first is for the strength training. So physically, in the first few days were tough, especially with sore muscles. My body was adjusting into the new load and I felt fatigue after each session. However, at the end of the week, I noticed an increased muscle tone and strength, and my strength was improved. I was able to lift heavier weights, and certain exercises. So for me, it was a big win. Mentally, in it, mentally, I felt a bit frustrated, especially when I couldn't lift the weights that I hoped. And there were moments when I questioned the progress. But pushing through those doubts really helped me mentally. So for the modifications that I need or the progress that I made, I increased my weights gradually for the first for each session that I do, so that I can lift more heavier weights. So for cardio, this is when I run, this is where I run or I walk. So for the first run was tough. I was winded or I had trouble keeping a consistent pace. By the midweek, I felt noticeable improvement in my stamina. I can run longer distance without stopping, and I never felt running more smoother. So mentally, running was a mental challenge, especially when I hit the wall. And wanted to quit because I was so fatigued and my my side really hurt in my first run. But gradually, when I run, days after days, I improved. So my pain was not visible. So the progress or motivation that I need is I gradually I gradually modified my cardio intensity on how fast I can go and how distance that I can travel. So for yoga or stretching, physically my flexibility improved throughout the week, and initially I struggled to hold some poses, especially with tight hamstring and hip, and by the end of the week I noticed more mobility and more of my muscle felt relaxed in each session. Stretching also help reduce post-workout soreness. So for mentally, yoga became a mental reset after intense strength or cardio workout. Calming, ca- calming effect of yoga helped me unwind. The focus of breathing and mindfulness during each session gave me a sense of peace and helped me reduce stress. So the progress and modification that I did is I work on deepening stretches and holding positions more longer on the positions that I find really hard. So I hold on that position more longer so that I can adapt. So I modified some poses and accommodate tight muscles using props like blocks and straps to assist. So my overall reflection for the progress, physically I noticed some improvement in my strength, stamina, and flexibility. My muscles felt more toned, and I can feel some definition. Mentally, I felt more focused on and motivated as the week went on, and the sense of accomplishment after complementing each workout kept me going. For the difficulties, the biggest challenge for me was maintaining motivation, especially on the days I felt tired or sore. Some workouts were harder than others, and had to keep and I had to be kind to myself on those days. Also, I had to deal with occasional muscle tightness, but stretching and adjusting my routine helped. So, in conclusion, in the week was mix of progress, challenges, and adjustment. I made significant strides stride physically, especially when in strength and endurance. Mentally, I grew by learning how to push past discomfort and stay motivated. Going forward, I can continue modifying workouts based on how I feel and ensure to give myself the proper recovery time so that I can reduce the muscle soreness and pamaol, something like that, and allow my muscles to recover faster and more efficient. So that's all. Thank you.